Hi, and welcome to the Beyond the Falls podcast. I'm Sarah Jenkins, and today I've got Trevor Gutting with TAG, and I'm very excited for you to be here today, so thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I like to start out, my first question is, what's your connection to River Falls? What brought you here? Were you born and raised here, or tell me the story?
I was born and raised here, so yeah, went to elementary school at West Side. So up to high school, I went here. I was one of the first classes to go through when we were there, was the new high school. Now it's 20 years old, whatever. So yep, I was born and raised in River Falls, so that's my connection. So.
And did you attend college here? Or?
I went to college at UW Stout.
Okay.
But played sports all throughout my high school and youth career here in River Falls. So it's a big part of it.
That kind of leads into my next question. It was going to be, what sports were you involved in? What was your favorite?
Yeah, I grew up playing football, baseball, basketball, basically all the way through high school. And baseball was probably my favorite. I still play baseball for the Fighting Fish. This will be, I think, year 19 of playing town ball.
Wow.
For the Fish here in River Falls. So.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Yeah, and your season is, well, recently, I guess we're already middle of May here, but.
Yeah, a few games into it, but yeah, it goes from beginning of May to hopefully the middle of August is when the state tournament is. So hopefully another run to the championship.
I love it. That's awesome. Can you tell us what TAG stands for? What is it? What do you do?
Yeah, it's got a double meaning as far as the TAG. TAG is actually my initials, Trevor Gutting, but it also stands for Together Achieving Greatness. So I work with people, help them build healthy habits, build a better lifestyle, better life habits through training, through nutrition, through sleep habits, building neurological systems, getting everything kind of ready to go and help them just live the life they want and be able to kind of do everything in life they want without all the aches and pains, or without feeling like getting old is a chore. It should be something you enjoy, and enjoying that journey, that process, and making it part of their life and not just something I have to do this, I have to punish myself through exercise or eating well or whatever it is. Just helping them build the habits and making it a part of their life and having fun with it along the way.
Yeah, I love that. What was your inspiration?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of my own journey through college. Yeah, I kind of fell into the partying ways and kind of that whole college lifestyle, and after, and was out of shape, overweight, injured all the time playing baseball, just not sleeping, and just then I kind of took it to the extreme and went full on restrictive, and with going hard training every day and super restrictive diet, and then kind of went from about 200 pounds down to like 137, 140 pounds in that range, and kind of that whole being too restrictive, being too obsessed, and kind of crushing my own testosterone and just fatigue levels, and never feeling the best, and kind of went to the doctor one day to get blood work done, and they said I had like testosterone levels of like 37, which is probably not really, I don't know, the acceptable normal range is very indifferent, but it's not, 37 is super, super, super low. So that's kind of a kick in the butt that we need to start changing some things. And I think my journey of going from that to where I am now, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm more athletic than I was, I'm in better shape than I was, I'm better nutritionally, and I actually sleep now. So my journey is kind of what helped me. I've always loved working with people. And another part of it was I got laid off from I wasn't in coaching and training and stuff. I was in sales and marketing for about 6 or 7 years. That's what I went to college for. And I got laid off from that job, different jobs, I guess. So I got laid off from my sales and marketing, doing commercial roofing sales. And I started doing an internship because I had always had in the back of my mind of coaching, helping, enjoying working with kids. So I did a internship at 29 or 30, kind of the reverse. You're the old intern, but I enjoyed working with kids, and that kind of drove me to get my personal training certification and do that, and then kind of started personal training from that, and then just really enjoyed helping people and seeing them change their lives through simple things like nutrition, eating better, working on sleep, and helping them enjoy exercise and things like that. So kind of a long story, a little shorter that way. So
yeah, but that's very rewarding, I can imagine, especially, I mean, your clientele, you kind of Tell us about your clientele, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I know it ranges.
Yes,
right?
It does range. Yes, it works. Probably my favorite, honestly, is elementary age kids. Just because I think you start them young, you show them that training exercise can be fun and rewarding, and it's not just lifting weights all the time. It can be just play. Get out, like a lot of times, just give them a ball and don't make any rules, let them go. But yeah, I've worked with everyone from 6 years old to 80-year-old guys in wheelchairs and things like that. So, and everywhere in between is kind of the young kids, and then kind of the former athletes like myself, who are washed up or never was, who just want to feel and move a little bit better and just kind of do some of the things and be able to play with their kids and show them that they can do and get them to move better. And or it's like my mom, she's 60 something years old now and working out, and now she can play with her grandkids and chase them around without being in pain all the time or injured, or actually have the energy, or helping someone be able to get up the stairs without breathing super hard, or things, just little things like that. A lot of times, a lot of people are, I want the weight loss or whatever, but there's so many other aspects to it too. But yeah, it's everyone from young kids to older population who just want to move and feel a little bit better. Yeah,
stand up and down, squat.
The simple simple things in life you don't think about. I got a client who she was training, and she sat down crisscross on the floor, and she's like, I have not been able to do that in like a certain amount of years. And it's like, she was able to do it without pain, or someone bend over to tie their shoe without back pain. It's just the little things you don't always think about, that it's like, oh, that actually helps, just moving your body a little bit every day and can help.
Oh, absolutely. There's so much out there in terms of like what you should be doing nutritionally, like the diet to follow or the exercise programs. What would be like, maybe, I mean, I know it's a combination, but what's maybe one thing in exercise and one thing with nutrition habits that you would say is maybe the most important thing?
Yeah, I think as far as exercise, my whole philosophy is do athletic things. Because they have the people who just lift weights or just do yoga or just one certain thing, and that stuff can be great. But it's finding a combination and find something that is fun for you.
Yeah.
Because if something's fun and you enjoy it, yes, there are going to be days that suck and you're going to do hard things because you got to challenge yourself to get out of that comfort zone. But if you find something fun that you can stick with, you're going to be more engaged, you're going to do it longer, you're going to be more consistent with it. And for me personally, I think it's just doing athletic things, whether that's sprinting and lifting and jumping and rolling and crawling, all those different movements, just challenging the body. But as far as nutrition, I tend to keep it simple for most people. It's eat whole, nutrient-dense, real foods the majority of the time. So if you think of whole nutrient-dense, I think of foods that come from the earth, like fruits, vegetables, rice, potatoes, that type of stuff. And then foods that come from animals. And obviously you have people that are vegan, carnivore, but these are just the general things. So your foods come from animal, eggs, meat, dairy, that type of stuff. So everyone says ultra-processed foods, so that stuff, kind of avoid that as much as possible. I mean, you're going to be better off. And again, the nutrition stuff is a choice. You can choose it. Yes, it falls deep into a lot of psychological things, a lot of trauma, a lot of history, traditions. Because food is not just fuel, it's tradition, it's socializing, it's going out with friends, and maybe grandma had this secret recipe back in the day that you enjoy. So there's so much to it, but I think if people just stick with whole nutrient-dense real foods, the majority of the time they're going to be better off than just going to McDonald's or fast food. Yeah, Quick Trip. And even that, you can always find decent options at Quick Trip, fruits and vegetables and things like that.
Yep.
Eggs, hard-boiled eggs or whatever. So,
yeah, good advice. I've noticed on social media you do a lot outside. Like I've seen you training student athletes outside. Tell me kind of about the outdoor piece of your program.
Well, I do everything, all my in-person stuff out of my home gym, so I don't have a ton of room. I have a garage and then a basement. So obviously, I wish we could get outside more in the Wisconsin, Minnesota area. Like even today, we don't even have the best options. It's not always warm, or it's snowing or raining or whatever the weather is. But I think it's important to get outside, get the sun when possible, and just get some fresh air. It's more room to move around. I noticed from like even subbing at schools, kids don't get a lot of recess these days. They don't get gym every day. So giving them that access and just get out and play and move. And for myself or older clients, it's just, again, get outside and we spend so much time inside on computers, on phones, and indoors nowadays. It's like, let's just get outside and move a little bit, whether it's just going for a walk or doing an entire training session outside. So I think it's important to get that fresh air, that sunlight that's going to help.
What is some advice that you would maybe give to an aspiring trainer?
Yeah, just do stuff. Go do things. Train people. I mean, even if it's just training someone for free, getting some experience, getting that knowledge. And because again, everyone can read. Like I did the personal training, read the book, took the test, but nothing like the book is in real life. There's no real people that's in a lab setting. It's perfect. All certain amount of sets, certain amount of reps, but no, you got to work with real people. People are going to have aches and pains and different abilities, different ranges of motion or whatever. So just get out and get experience and go work with people, whether it's for free or whether it's volunteering or working at a big gym or whatever it is. I think it's just go out and do stuff, get experience. I think that's the biggest way to learn as far as a coach or a trainer.
If we wanted to set up a session or talk to you about getting on a program, how would we contact you?
Yeah, simplest way, either go to my website and click the Apply Now button, or you can just send me an email, trevor@tagpn.com, so Trevor, Trevor, @tagpn.com, and just send me a message, say I'm looking to train, and then we'd set up an initial meeting. I like to meet with the people first, just to kind of get a glimpse of where they're at, see if it's a good fit, because again, I might not be the perfect fit for everyone. That's totally fine. Make sure we're on the same page and make sure I can help. I'm pretty sure I can probably help a lot of people, but just making sure we're a good fit, because again, not everyone's going to be a great fit. Not everyone might be with my style or whatever, so I'm just making sure everything works out. And if I can't help, I'll send them on a way. Maybe I'll give them a program, reach out to this person, or it's something that maybe it's something that's like a total injury that they can't, need some, go get some medical advice first or whatever, then we'll go from there. But
wonderful. And then as we're kind of wrapping up, is there anything that maybe I didn't touch on that you want to add?
Trying to think, I mentioned like the training, the nutrition, but I also work on other things. My coaching kind of builds the entire process, entire habits, because I don't want just short term. Everyone's looking for the quick fix. I think Amazon has kind of ruined us with the whole, I can click it and get it in a day or two. But it's the long term building of habits, building of consistency in doing these things for the rest of your life. That's why my slogan is be an athlete for life. Doesn't mean you have to be Michael Jordan or Usain Bolt or any of these elite athletes. Sure, if you got that ability, you got the genetic power and the will and work ethic to do that, that's great. We can work on that too, but some people just want to, again, get up the stairs, play with their kids, play with their grandkids. And that's what I mean by being an athlete for life. It's not doing this for that 30-day quick fix cleanse or detox phase or 6-week challenge or whatever the workout program is. It's the next 50, 60 years.
Lifestyle.
Yes, a lifestyle. Building it into your lifestyle, not just having it consume where all you're thinking about is, I got to train, I got to eat this, I got to eat that. No, you got a life. Life happens. So you got to be able to adapt, and these things will adapt as you go. Maybe for a certain period of time, nutrition that you're working is working, then you hit a plateau, or even in training, you hit a plateau. We adjust, and teaching them the things so they don't always have to work with me. I don't want people to have to work with me for the rest of their life. If they want to, great. If not, I want them to learn the things that they can do, so they're able to put together a training plan. They're able to figure out their nutrition on their own, or build a good sleep schedule or whatever, and find out what works for them, because their life isn't the same as mine. I don't have kids or anything yet. Maybe they have kids, or the job that's crazy hours or whatever it is. They can't build their own schedule. So it's fitting those pieces into their lifestyle. I call it putting the Lego pieces together, because I was a Lego kid. So putting the Lego pieces together to build the lifestyle that works for them, type of thing. So it's training, it's nutrition, it's sleep. Again, I was just at a certification this weekend, working on neurological system and getting that rewired. So it's finding what works for each person, because I want to being athletic fun again. Kind of like you, if you are getting older, like myself, getting close to 40 now. So remembering those fun times when we were kids, when you're just playing,
Yeah.
And having enjoy it. Exercise is a reward, not a punishment. Eating well should be a reward, not punishing your body like too much of the stuff is these days. And I think that negative connotation affects people wrongly, and then they don't want to exercise because they think, oh, it's from a time they were punished by doing a mile or doing push-ups or whatever it is, or up downs in football or whatever, rather than, oh, this is I want to do this because it makes me feel good, or I see the benefits, the results, and that's going to keep motivation. It's the whole not ready, aim, fire. It's ready, fire, aim. So just kind of, even with becoming a trainer or coach, just go do it, and then you see the results. Or training, you start, and the scale's looking better, or I'm feeling better, I'm moving better, and then that makes me want to keep doing it rather than I need to find some certain motivation, kind of.
Yeah.
So I kind of got off on a little tangent there.
No, that's good.
But that's kind of, it's the whole aspect, the kind of, I guess you could call it holistic. It's fitting all the pieces, the sleep, the training, the nutrition, neurology, stress management, building those pieces and helping people build habits around those, not throwing everything at once and then they're just overwhelmed and what do I do next? What's working, what's not working?
Right.
So.
I want to quick ask, you mentioned sleep. That's important.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, I think sleep is probably the most important thing we do, especially now with all like the recovery methods, like social media. You got the cold plunges, you got sauna, massage, whatever, those Normatec boots, the things you put on your legs, all these different massage guns, foam rollers. But the greatest recovery tool is just sleep. It's building a proper nighttime routine, and even those morning routine, it gets so weird. These people with these crazy morning routines and they blow up on social media. No, it's fine. Or maybe it's just getting up, getting your kids up, going to the bathroom, taking a shower, getting your coffee, having breakfast. Maybe that's your morning routine, whatever it is. It's finding something consistent, but sleep is when we recharge. It's like we put our phone on to charge, we go to bed to recharge and refuel, and that's when you're going to burn. It's going to help you burn fat, burn calories, build muscle. If you're training, it's going to repair everything. So it's just, if you think about maybe the times you don't get good sleep, you're not as focused. Maybe you're craving the junkier foods or whatever, the sugary, whatever everyone's got their own thing that they like, but you maybe not craving the good foods, or your mood is different, your energy levels are worse, you're falling asleep midway through the day, or you need that extra cup of coffee or caffeine or whatever. But then you realize once you're sleeping well and you're getting good quality sleep, those things change. Your workouts go better, your mood is better, your energy levels are better. So it's just helping people notice how much different those little things can help. And sleep is, I think, the number one recovery tool. It's not simple, because that's one of the things I struggled with the most, was sleep. I would stay up late and still get up early.
Yeah.
Even though I was training, I thought that was the way I could. Everyone thinks, I can sleep when I die or whatever, I can outwork. It's kind of the first thing we cut off too. Like, I gotta go to work earlier, I gotta do something, I got the kids or whatever, chasing them around to a sporting events, whatever your life is, it's usually we cut the sleep first. Yeah. And I think that should be the first thing.
Priority.
Priority. Make it a priority. That's what I tell people, is put it on a schedule, whatever that is, whether it's a calendar, whether it's your Google Calendar, schedule it, and then you're less likely to skip things that you schedule.
It's true.
I think. So, just set like a consistent bedtime. I always tell people, if you can, obviously life happens. So some days, but the more often you can do it, consistent bedtime, a consistent wake up time, trying to get that body in that routine is big. So I think, sleep, if you can do one thing, is change your sleep habits and just get good quality sleep. That's big, because a lot of people can go from, say, 4 or 5 hours and they get up to 7, 8 hours, and then they just notice how much they feel. There's those freak people who can thrive on 5 hours, but it's probably not ideal for the majority of the people.
Right.
Sleep benefits. As you get older, and younger kids need a lot of sleep too. So I think that's a huge priority. But as far as recovery, sleep, combine that with the nutrition, the exercise, and you'll be better off than 90% of people out there. So
yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your story and what TAG's all about. I'm grateful for you, and our community is lucky to have you. So thank you so much, Trevor.
Thank you, Sarah, for having me. I enjoyed it.
Good. And we'll see you on the next episode of Beyond the Falls.